Hello to the gamers. My march towards wellness continues. Feeling a little bit better today. A little less congested. A little more fitter, happier, more productive. Addicted to nicotine pouches. What does he say? Alu? We will not be adding Alu, but I do appreciate. That's more of a Chibli emote for me. Of course I Peloton today. 90-minute fucking somewhere in Ireland ride. I don't know. It was green. That's all I got. I saw someone say, hey, NL, are you doing the Vancouver scenic rides on Peloton? No, I am not. Because they're only 10 minutes long, or one of them is 5 minutes long, which I personally take an insult to. 10 minutes? Like, what are we supposed to do with that? You could literally ride on the seawall for... You could easily do a 60-minute ride on the seawall, and it would be beautiful. 90 minutes might be a stretch. You'd be going out to UBC or, I don't know, across the Ironworkers Bridge or something like that. But I mean, like 10 minutes is a joke, man. But you know what I actually think it is, and I mean this sincerely? I think there's too many people on the seawall that they can't do the scenic ride. Because whenever there's traffic on a scenic ride, they splice the video to a spot where there's not traffic. So I think it's just impossible to edit unless they were riding their bike at like 1 a.m. 1997, 82 million views. What traffic? There's literally only a dozen people jogging at any given time. Hey, DL Guiga, try doing it on a weekend sometime, you UBC commuter. You know, when you were here in Vancouver on your Fama French shit, you know, everybody else was going to work. 8:30 to 5:30, Monday to Friday. No, they weren't on the fucking seawall, bro. They were on the damn SkyTrain. Also, if your ass was at UBC, keep the seawall out your damn mouth. That's not part of your jurisdiction, okay? If you lived in the West End or English Bay or Yaletown or Olympic Village or Fairview or Kitsilano, you can talk about the seawall. If your ass lives in Killarney or fucking, I don't even know, don't talk to me, okay? If you're in the Southlands and you're like, the seawall's kind of overrated. Yeah, well, fucking, you basically live in Richmond, so shut your mouth. Put some respect on it, okay? What? Give me something. Ooh, it's Daft Punk. It's Around the World. It's not Around the World. It's the other one. It's Da Funk. It's Daft Punk. Daft Punk. The Funk. It's Around the World. It is Around the World. You can't miss that bass, man. It's the first band that ever put a mute on a bass. She's sounding like Louis Armstrong's trumpet. It sounds exactly the same. In fact, it sounds so similar, I don't feel comfortable playing it because it's going to get muted, bro. It's the exact same song. Okay. Hey, NL, would you take back shots in order to save humanity? Guy who would take back shots to save humanity, but only if the dude giving him back shots is a hottie. I would definitely take back shots from a hot guy to save the world, but I'm not taking back shots from any trolls under a bridge, any freaks, nothing like that. Nobody from the damn circus, okay? I've got standards. I don't care if it would save the human race. You try to eat any more headphones recently? No, thank you for asking. I haven't, but I have been, I don't know, I think that I might legally be insane in my sleep at least. So I definitely woke up again at like, I don't know, 1 a.m. last night, and the first thought in my brain is like, time to wake up, it's the morning. And like, it doesn't matter that like everybody's asleep, all the lights are off, there's no ambient noise of people like going about their lives outside of my window. So I walked down and I went to the bathroom and I took a pee and then I looked at my phone and I was like, 1:06 a.m. What the hell? So then I flushed and I just walked back upstairs to my bed like I did the walk of shame. But this is like the second time at a minimum this week that I've literally gone crazy while being asleep. I think that is probably like not a good sign in the whole scheme of things. You flushed at 1 a.m. You show me the incentives, I'll show you the behavior, brother. Right, DL Guiga? I used to not flush at night because I didn't want to wake people up. Then sometimes I would forget to like flush in the morning and my wife would be like, I went to go to the bathroom and there was your piss in the toilet and it was gross. So now I said, okay, guess what? I'm flushing that shit no matter. I don't care if it's 3 seconds after you fell asleep. I don't care if it's 10 minutes before your alarm is supposed to go off. I'm flushing it all the way. Because the only other option is don't piss, and that's not happening. I always flush. The flush shouldn't be that loud unless your toilet is fucked up. No disrespect to you. Why do so many people online talk like that now? You didn't build your fucking toilet, Leonardo da Vinci, and you're gonna be like, well, unlike you, my toilet is built properly. And I'm like, you don't fucking get to steal the valor for that shit, bro. You didn't do anything. Doesn't make any damn sense. Why can't you just say, like, you know, your partner's a deep sleeper or something like that? Or you could just say nothing. Not everything is an opportunity to, like, divide us, you know? Certified shitting expert. You could set a silent alarm to go off just before her alarm so you remember to flush. You want it too bad, man. I'm sorry to tell you. You can't hold yourself to that level of standards for your entire life. It's going to fall apart. It's going to fall apart in spectacular fashion. It's going to explode on the freeway. You're doing way too much. Hey, NL, I'm going bald. Any advice? You don't want my advice right now because I'm going through a baldness crisis. I've been talking about growing out the horseshoe. Not Costanza style, but you ever see the picture of the one guy from the Daniels holding his Oscar, and he's going like, and he's got the low cropped horseshoe that feeds into the beard. It's kind of like a 1970s like Washington dad look. And there's something about it that I'm like, there's something about it, man. Something stately. Midlife crisis? No, midlife crisis is the guys who drive like lime green Hummer H2s and look like Vince Neil driving around playing Van Halen, and you're like, it's 10:36 a.m. on a Tuesday, bro. What are you? I'm on a freight train coming. I love when someone looks like a whole different guy every year. So true. When you watch a dude's Earthbound Let's Plays and 2 years later, you're like, what the fuck? When did you get an earring? Oh, you think you're real slick now, huh? You changed. You changed ever since dude's name plays Earthbound episode 81, Making Progress. One of 17 videos released on your YouTube channel that day. We don't like you anymore. You used to be my favorite person in the world. Then you changed a little bit. Now I fucking hate you. You need some water? We don't have any fucking water. Hey, NL, if you want to win, please change your stake. This one is too hard for you. What the fuck? Who do you think unlocked it? What do you think on that one? This is where we need, like, alternate punishments on Twitch. Because I don't really think you deserve to be banned for life, just for saying something ignorant that hurt my feelings. But, like, you should definitely have your characters restricted for 2 hours. You should get, like, 4 characters sent back to you every 10 minutes. So you could write, like, a sentence an hour. Instead, you got to deal with a 600-second timeout. Who do you think unlocked the stake? It was me, bro. See, the problem, I think, as a society is that we vilified cruel and unusual punishment. Cruel punishment, sure, that should probably be vilified. But unusual punishment, what's wrong with that, man? Some unusual punishments might be very effective. We need chip-based jokers, but it can't be you. Can't be you. This card's 2 random cards per hand plate. It can't be you. Whatever, I got $23. It's the same shit. This is a scam. I've been scammed. Me after selling my PS2 to GameStop. I hear you. Did I ever tell you about the time I got in an argument with the GameStop employee? It was still EB Games at this time. It wasn't an argument, it was like a nerd off. I remember I bought Midnight Club 2, the Rockstar Games racing game for PlayStation 2 era consoles. And he was like, whoa, that's a good game. And I said, yeah. I can't remember exactly what studio makes it now, but at the time I was plugged into the industry. I was like, yeah, I hope Rockstar San Diego gets to make another one. And then he's like, oh, actually, they've been put on another game now. And I was like, oh, really? You know, is it Grand Theft Auto San Andreas perchance? And he's like, yeah, I think it's San Andreas. Did you know that that one's going to be set in California? And now, the way I phrased it sounds like a conversation, but because it was EB Games, it was actually 2 nerds having like a ball measuring contest. But the funny thing is that that dude was like 41 and I was 13 years old. It happened once again. I remember, like, must have been literally 10, 12 years later. I bought my parents Dance Central 3 and the Connect for Christmas one year. Worst son of all time. People are calling him the worst son of all time. When I bought it, I remember, like, at the cashier next to me, the dude like came up with a copy of an RPG. I can't remember what it was, but it was like around 2012. And he was like, hey, do you like this game? And the guy who was the cashier was like, yeah, that game is really good. And then the guy said, oh, I trust you. You look like a guy who knows good video games, which is basically like an insult, essentially. That was unprompted for no reason. Like, it didn't have to be said. And then the cashier was like, yeah, I really like that one. In fact, I play it with my girlfriend all the time. And I was just like, I gotta get out of here, man. I can't. They're still in here doing the same old shit 10 years later. Like, it's nothing. Ain't nothing ever changed around here, bro. This is a damn EB Games. What's the point? No money? Don't worry about it. I recognize your voice. Oh my god, is this Jenna Ortega? No. Me. No, it's not Jenna Ortega. It's Mewtwo X Elsa, 2X Pimpy. Chip posted one of those images on his stream, one of the 2X Bully Dog announcement posters. You know, like the hype teaser. Here's what I get, or I don't get. The dog was like 3X Pimpy. Or it was 3X Bape, 2X Pimpy. That was like on a movie poster. 3X Bape was over one dog, 2X Pimpy was over another dog. So I get, like, that's the dad and the mom, right? And then, like, at the bottom, there was Baby Genius or whatever the hell the progeny was called. Doughboy, thank you. Yes, it is Doughboy. But then there was like a third translucent dog in the middle. And I was like, I know who Bape is, I know who Pimpy is, and I know who Doughboy is, but who the fuck is Mufasa chilling in the clouds, bro? What's going on? I didn't realize it was a 2X Bully, 3X Bape, Doughboy throuple? That's the grandpa? I think the lad might be his own grandpa at this point, to be honest. You're speaking in tongues? You have me confused. I'm not speaking in tongues. I'm reciting words that were written in tongues. Speaking in tongues is, I think you have to come up with a stream of consciousness like off the top of the dome piece. When some dude smacks you on the forehead with a microphone. Have they ever made a more ass effect in a video game than Blue Seal, which doesn't fucking do anything except give you planet cards that are useless? Red Seal. Congratulations, brother. You're dipping your run in E-oil. Purple Seal. How would you like to double your money over and over again? Blue Seal. Here's a fucking... Oh, how many straight flushes have you played this run? None? Here's 10 Neptunes in a row. Thanks for nothing. Blue Seal clears red. With all due respect, get out of my chat. You don't know what you're talking about. You've lost your mind. Chat really is like the crowd at the gallows. I stand by the fact that I said earlier in my life, the worst part of being publicly executed would definitely be the fact that you're dead. But the second worst part for sure would be having to deal with the psychic damage that comes from like the society that created you cheering at your death, even though those bitches are just nosy and like weren't fucking privy to what you were accused of in the first place. They're just literally like, they just want to see someone die. You know your ass would be getting toasted by the hecklers, man. And I feel like that the hecklers were built different back then. Because they're all using that fucking medieval peasant voice. They wouldn't just be like, cook him! They would be like, knock his head off his damn neck. Saying shit in their fucking... Oi, ring him like a weasel. Stuff like that. And you're like, really, bro? I'm being accused of like being the devil because like my fucking bread has a slightly thicker crust on it than average or something like that. So they're gonna chop off my fucking head. You're out here dropping delightful bone mows, ripping off a bread crust and dipping it into like a mug of gravy or something like that. Knock his knees like a couple of chestnuts. We ain't got all day. We're making $1,000 per round. Tarot cards may actually appear in the shop. Please give me another tarot. You've been the fucking worst hallucination of all time. At least the fucking... Well, I was gonna spoil the witch for you. But I'm just saying, at least the devil's well dressed, okay? Me to the hat man when I take Benadryl. So true, I think. I do have to say, I stopped taking anything with Benadryl in it because there was a possible link between types of anti-cholineric, you fucking look it up, drugs and like an increase in dementia in older adults. And then I looked it up online. And then it seems like the establishment is trying to tell me that I've got taken in by some kind of psyop. Well, I don't like being told that I was wrong, so now I'm never gonna change my beliefs, okay? You just convinced me that I must be onto something. Otherwise, why would the Globe and Mail be trying to tell me, oh, buy your Benadryl, buy your Dayquil, buy your NyQuil? They really think we're all still asleep, huh? So I've mostly been getting my cold medicine down at like the farm supply company, the co-op, the 4-H and stuff like that. Bro's drinking potions. I don't want to. We don't have to get into the potions, man, or the farmer's market or anything like that. It's, I don't know what's going on. I'm not the type of guy. In the modern day era of the internet, it's hard. Wow! I don't even think it's that good, but it looks fucking sick. It's hard to separate the meme from the mania, right? With this Kate Middleton stuff. So I go to the most trusted source of information on the planet. I go to Reddit, reddit.com/r/royal family, hoping to get like some kind of mega thread that's like, here's what's going on with Kate Middleton. We're going to separate the wheat from the chaff and the misinformation. And then r/royal family is acting like fucking nothing's going on at all. They got their head in the sand. They're like, is there a reason why the Duchess of Kent Maybury didn't attend the funeral of Earl Dickens of Charcuterie? back in 1901, and then there's like, yeah. I'm like, bro, nobody fucking cares. Can you? I need an adult in the room to tell me what's going on with this Kate Middleton stuff. Otherwise, it's all TikTok influencers that are like, she seems fine on first glance, but I did a little digging in my fucking own mental illness, and I've decided that she's been replaced by a fucking body double. She looks too much like herself to be her. Also, this is not fair. And I'm sure that he's doing okay, you know? But I feel like people are going hard in the fucking paint on Prince William. And like, I'm just putting myself, I don't know what's going on, but imagine like his wife is like, I want a divorce. And he's like, okay, but we're in the public eye. We gotta chill for like a little bit. Maybe we'll just take like a leave of absence from media. And then like, because of the fucking weird way that it's been handled, every time I open up Twitter, it's like, imagine aging like this. Imagine being such a fucking husk of a human being that you're fucking, even your own hair decides it doesn't even want to be around you. And I'm like, damn, I don't know if he's a good guy or a bad guy, but at the same time, like, can you just go easy on him? He might not have done anything, man. His wife said she's gonna get bangs or something like that, and then the fringe doesn't look good. She's got to grow it out. All of a sudden, 10,000 unemployed people on Twitter are fucking sicking their teeth in him. He's also unemployed? Bro, he's making social appearances, okay? So you're defending the monarch? No, I'm defending the monarchy. The monarch, I don't know shit about Prince Charles. Prince William's supposed to be my boy. We kind of grew up together. He doesn't really know me, but he was like, you know, his poster was on the damn wall of all my female friends growing up. You see that Colin Farrell interview? Where he just kisses the interviewer?
I'm just going to mix it up, see what happens.
Who's going to get stomped tonight?
You have to keep asking these fucking questions. I mean, you look great, by the way. Gentle, yeah?
That was really
Just gentle and sweet. Just gentle and sweet. Nice breath?
Yeah.
You got a buzz on that? Good to see you, man. Good to see you, man.
Canada's wild. I feel like maybe... Malf, can you back me up here? I saw the tweet on Twitter, by the way, that said this, but I think there's some truth to it. One of the hardest things to explain to Gen Z is that Prince William used to be the hottest guy on the planet. Like, from 1998, maybe, until, like, 2010, he was probably, like, the number one, like, people's sexiest man. Like, when I was in the 4th grade, every girl in my class had a crush on Leonardo DiCaprio, Prince William, and Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Nah, he was not. I was fucking there, bitch. People were going crazy for him. David Beckham. Soccer didn't exist in Canada until the 2002 World Cup. Next question. My era was all K-pop dudes. That's not your fucking era. What is that, like 3 years ago? That's fucking now, bro. My era. You're living in it, dude. Ain't no way this stream isn't pre-recorded. Just think to yourself for a second, and I know that's a foreign concept. What benefit do I have pre-recording a stream when it's gonna take me 5 hours one way or the other? I might as well do it here so I can make fun of people live in the chat instead of having to make some shit up all the time. Hey, did you guys see the new episode of Shogun last night? You already did that. Yeah, you missed your window. Show today's newspaper. I can't remember. When was the last time you bought a newspaper? I imagine for many people the answer is literally never. Many people in our chat, at least. I used to, I guess actually, now that I think about it, I think it's possible that I have also never bought a newspaper. But from 2007 to 2015, if I got lunch at a restaurant and they had newspapers at the front and I was eating by myself, I would take a section of the newspaper and read it while I was eating my lunch. I actually feel like there's kind of like, there's something nice about it. Like, it makes you feel like you're part of society. When you get a sandwich at like a diner or something like that, and you're sitting next to a dude who's reading the newspaper and you're reading the newspaper, you feel like a bee in the beehive, bro. He's making a different kind of honey. You're making a different kind of honey. Hopefully you don't have the same queen. I don't really know how bee society works, but you could talk to them. You don't have to talk to them. It's just being around them was enough. I was LARPing, though. Sometimes I would read the business section of the newspaper, and I would, like, read the movement of the stocks. I didn't even own any stocks. I don't really know what I was doing. I guess I was hoping somebody would walk in and be like, whoa, look at this little kid reading the business section of the Globe and Mail. Wow, I gotta hire him. I can't watch this. It's gonna end me. Honestly, if this is what does it for you. Remember what Los Campesinos said on There Are Listed Buildings? If this changed your life, did you have one before? Great granddad fucking hopping on a steamship to get sent to someplace in Europe he can't even pronounce. Dudes riding over trench walls on horsebacks and stuff like that. Artillery shells landing 2 inches away from his ears. Comes back. What's his reward? Go to work at the fucking Black Lung factory, pops. What does he take to lunch every day? Peanut butter and jelly sandwich. 1921 till 1963. His great-grandson. I don't know if I can watch this. It might be too much for me. What was it? A documentary on the horrors that your ancestor went through? Saving the world? That guy was winning, but not as optimally as he possibly could at a fucking digital toy. See, two can be dramatic, okay? Let's simmer on the needlessly theatrical language, brother. We're all in this together. So you can do this shit. Venus and Mars. More like penis and bars. Oh, man, I don't know. Something about it. I'm waiting. You're going to get in a lot of trouble from mostly people my age when this happens. But I'm telling you, I have the recipe for a guaranteed banger on Twitter. If Eminem comes out with like a new rap music video in the next 6 months, all you need to do is quote tweet the announcement and say, this 97-year-old rapper still makes rap the old-fashioned way, and just watch the fireworks, man. I've been waiting. I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he's not releasing that many raps anymore, but I'm telling you, it would go, and people's feelings would be mighty hurts. He's not 97. He's actually 51. And that's why it would be funny. Oh, here we fucking go. Here we fucking go, everyone. Just 'cause some more feedback on the Hyundai Ioniq incoming. Turn that shit off. It's funny, though. It is funny. Is this the most you have used GChat in the last few years? I have I don't want to brag. I was kind of like, I invented group chats, I would say. I worked an office job in between my second year and third year of university. And I was like, I'm a little bored. All of my other friends worked office jobs as well. So I just started an email thread where I CC'd them. And we would email each other throughout the day. Be like, well, you won't believe what... We won't... And then the boss said... And then that was 16 years ago now. So we, at some point, it was a Gmail thread. The Gmail thread got spun out to Google Talk or whatever. And they're like, we're killing it, but we're bringing in Google Communities. It became like a Google Community that then got rolled into GChat, into Google fucking Meet, into Google Duo, into like, it's gone through like 97 different like brandings, and the group chat is still here. Can you please mute it though? But 1 second, I gotta see what they're talking about. Just messaging so he gets a boop. That's Malf. Malf said that. Before that though, the organic message before the ones just designed to create boops, y'all long or short on this Reddit IPO, LOLOL. That's right, we do some lololing. We are millennials, we come by it honestly. All right, I'm closing that tab for now. Bro's not on the Idge Bowl train. You have to realize that I'm a millennial. I have millennial tendencies. But also, I am like online, which means I'm mostly surrounded by Zoomers. So I stay somewhat contemporary as a result. Not like, I'm not saying I'm one of the Gen Zs. I'm just saying that I'm more familiar with the parlance. Most of the people in this group chat are millennials who were born like the same year I am, but they work in an office where they're actually like the third youngest person. So they're like, they would say, what the fuck do you mean, Idge Bowl? Like they're normal people. They want to do whatever common people do, man. You gotta have mercy on them. Hey NL, can you use a different deck, please? Kind regards, Faint Bunny. Didn't I time you out? Has it been 600 seconds already? Holy cow! Hello, Tomo. What'd you get timed out for the first time? Yes, you did. Okay, hang on. Let me take a look. What was it the first time? Sorry. NL, if you want to win, please change to an easier stake. Change to an easier stake. Hey, NL, I don't want to be mean. Change to an easier stake. Holy, you wrote it like 8 times? I'm doing it again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you didn't learn. You got, so here's and again, I'm not tilted. I'm just, you got to put yourself in the mindset of the psychology here of me reading this as the person that's the subject of these messages. First message today was love the streams. The next like 8 messages were like, please don't play green stake. It's too hard for you, which is just insulting. It's fine. It's not a big deal. It's not like you told me to die. You just called me stupid. So you got timed out for that. Your next like 3 messages were like, I want to apologize for my earlier messages. Like I shouldn't have written that. And then your next message was like, you went right back to it. That's crazy. You basically, because you lied to me, you said you were reformed, but actually you were still, you know, feeling the impetus that led you to write those messages in the first place. They really want the attention and they're getting it. Yeah, but you're coming from like an antiquated era of the internet. You know, if people really want attention, they're like, well, you're giving them the attention they wanted. Well, if they still want it, after everybody's like laughing at their expense, then I guess we're just gonna have to live with that. Maybe it's a fucked up version of like a win-win. We're getting a little bit of entertainment. They're getting whatever fulfillment they were looking for. It's kind of crazy to me that people eat a timeout. Like they stay in the chat after they get timed out. Because like my ass ever gets timed out, that tab is closed immediately. My ass is like leaving to do something else. Do I look within myself to see if I'm really the problem? Maybe I do, maybe I don't. But there's no shot I'm letting the streamer win by just sitting there in timeout. Like I've got some kind of power in this situation. I'm gonna exercise it. If you're tanking that at full power, like that's a different story altogether. Are you getting timed out regularly in other chats? No, it happened in Dan's once though. But I was willfully antagonizing him for sure. That's like, did you deserve it? Probably. Maybe I crossed the line and was hoping my streamer/friend privilege was going to save me. Holy, we're gonna win. Oh man. Well. I am getting drunk with power. Because I'm like, oh, green stake's too hard for me, is it? Well, maybe. As a result of being incorrect. Maybe the timeout should be escalated to a permanent ban. Perchance? Mayhaps. Because not only did your comment question my intelligence, but you were incorrect. It is you who has been exposed to have the diminutive academic rigor. Not I, as you so falsely harangued me for. What brand of refrigerator do you have? I'm not going to answer that question. Because your question has revealed another question, which is why do you care? It's a scary question. What color is the fridge? I don't want to tell you that either, because it's going to lead to some accusations about my net worth. What if I told you that it blends in with the fucking wall? Would you get mad at me? Oh, man. I was gonna say that my mini fridge doesn't blend in with the wall, but this shit blends in with the fucking cabinets. They made sure there was a nice through line. It's not me. I got fucking cans of Coca-Cola Zero Spiced on my desk. You have a mini fridge? Okay, that one though, you can't be mad about that one. I'm telling you that you should have nice things. You should have treats. A mini fridge is something that you could reasonably get to improve your quality of life and be like, I deserve this. That's an expensive treat. Bro, mini fridge is like fucking, you can get one for like 80 bucks. Have you been following the Doordash Discourse on Twitter? Dude, Twitter's finally catching up to streaming culture circa like 2017. Somebody had the misfortune of tweeting, every day in my neighborhood I see people getting like one bagel and a DoorDash, a coffee DoorDashed. Do they have any idea like how expensive that is versus just buying it themselves? And then, hey, not Bradlington, by the way. Thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. Thank you. And people really, really got on their ass. That were like, actually, sometimes it feels good to pay $50 for $17 worth of McDonald's. There's also, and like, I feel like I'm not trying to get sucked into a false level of the culture war. Almost everybody, and everybody that at least has been outside in their lives, knows that the food delivery is way more expensive than going to the grocery store. Why are there always like 100 motherfuckers in the comments that are like, it's actually more expensive to go to the grocery store? Like the dude in the comments who was like, actually, I drive a Ford F-350, so if I drove to the grocery store for every single meal, like it would cost me as much as DoorDash, so I just get DoorDash. And you're like, you don't fucking buy one meal from the grocery store, you dumb motherfucker. You could, or you just get it all fucking Instacarted to your house in one big go, and then I'm not saying we never order delivery. I'm just saying like the people who they jump through the hoops to be like, you don't understand why specifically for me DoorDash is actually better. And I'm like, that is crazy. Can't you just be like, I like food that tastes yummy? Like, don't lie to yourself. You could DoorDash some yummy food. You trying to change the argument so that it actually becomes like it's actually the smart decision to buy DoorDash. That's crazy to me. And then there were other people that were like, yeah, the problem is that you pay for so much. You pay so much if you just get a small order. So what I do when I order DoorDash is I order like a week's worth of dinners on DoorDash, and then I just keep them in the fridge and warm them up. That way I save money on like the dasher portion and the tip. And I'm like, now that's just the grocery store, but like 4 times as expensive. And the shit is not gonna taste good. Like I'm not coming at you like you fucking suck. You gotta, like, you shouldn't be in society. But I'm like, you gotta sort this shit out. You have tricked yourself into thinking that like this is the way, and it is not the way, man. But then, like, and I say this not to defend the prodigious DoorDashers, but then the only group of people online in this discourse that are more annoying are the people that are like, yeah, all food is too expensive these days. So what I did is I moved out of the city and I bought my own 100-acre farm and I raised my own cattle and chickens. And I'm like, well, you're even more annoying than the fucking Doordashers. Because this shit, the goalposts have moved like my entire life. When I was a kid, people were like, yeah, I go out to restaurants, but I don't order drinks. And then like 10 years later, they were like, well, I go out to restaurants, but like I don't get like appetizers, and I split the meal in half and take like half the meal home so I can have it for leftovers. Then it was like, I don't go out to restaurants. Now people are like, I don't even go to the grocery stores. You realize that means society is falling apart, right? Like life is actually getting worse for you than it was for like your parents. Like back in the 90s, people were taking their family out for dinner and they would be like, sure, you can order some ice cream for dessert. And nowadays it's like we have a fucking 2 dairy cows at home. Like, what are you talking about, little house on the prairie ass? Don't you own 312 self-storage facilities? I thought you were supposed to be balling. What are you eating? Kirkland Signature protein bar dipped in Mama Costco's chocolate oil. Almost had it. I almost had it. We're so almost back. The 100 calorie one. I don't know how many calories it has, but it does have like, I don't know, 21 grams of protein or something. It's pretty good for a protein bar that doesn't taste like pure garbage. Oh. I can't hit that note. Beating the tone-deaf allegations. There is always one day while getting sick and one day while getting better where I have a good singing voice. And then I return to normalcy, which is very bad for me. But I don't know if I'm in that golden day yet, but I'm close. The catch or the test will be when I'm in my car going to pick up my daughter. If I can hit that note in Boston's Peace of Mind. Take a look ahead. Look at... No, I know I can't hit it. I'm not even going to try. I got to go, look ahead. Oh. You ever consider singing lessons? No, I think I'm just okay being like online, but also being outwardly like not good at it. Absolutely everything. I've got some gifts, some God-given gifts. I've got some God-given penalties. Nobody's good at everything, except Sam Altman-Fried. Wake up, honey. New mind-bending, neocortex-smashing puzzler/platformer. It's kind of, you'll see, is a little bit of both. Came out. It's called Quadroids. We're going to be checking it out today with some special challenges as well. Thank you to Fablu Games for the sponsorship. The stream has been sponsored by Fablu Games, which means I'm going to include an exclamation point ad in the title. Look at that. They are not... Ajit Pai is not going to get me today. He might get me someday, but he's not going to get me today. Why am I being scolded? You're not being scolded. I'm simply commanding your attention. What is Quadroids? Quadroids are little robots. They land on a planet. They have to scavenge for resources. They spawn up here in the top left of your screen. You can't really see. I got to do it like this. Once you complete that level, you go to the top right of the screen. Then you go to the bottom right. Then you go to the bottom left. And at some point, you're going to have to be managing multiple quadroids in real time that are going through these levels. You'll see, maybe I'm not doing a great job of explaining it, but exclamation point Quadroids in the chat. It is, you, a fool, he's not doing a good job of explaining it. Me, a genius, it's a brand new phenotype of game. Nobody could be good at explaining it. It's the first of its type. How do we play? You will see, but let's just play for a little bit first before I enable the Twitch integration stuff. Take me to Planet 1. Now, there are special challenges that could lead to gift subs being released in chat. If we complete all levels in Planet 1, That's gifted subs given the chat. If we complete a level with our eyes closed, we can practice it with our eyes open. But if we can complete it with our eyes closed, gifted subs in the chat. And then there was one more. Let me go take a look at it before we get started so I don't forget. The third one is reach rank 1 on the leaderboards of any level. Now that one, I wouldn't get your hopes up for that one, but you know, we'll just keep it out there as an option. 2 keys just popped off my keyboard. I went to press them and they exploded. The heck happened, man? I mean, 1 is one thing, but 2? Which ones? It was my left and right arrow keys. Oh, man. Your keyboard won't last 5 seconds playing Quadroids. Okay, ready? Press space. We need E, I, J, and F. You can see we have Quadroids spawning in J. There you go, a little wall jump. Now they'll move over to F. We're gonna bounce off this wall, do a little wall jump. That's gonna take us up to I. We're gonna wall jump right here. I mean, this is an easy number 1 as far as I'm concerned. Now I know what you're saying. Oh, that's E now. I know what you're saying. This doesn't seem that challenging right now. Yeah, but can you imagine what it's like once you get a few Quadroids ripping around the screen and you gotta pay attention to all of them at the same time? Now, 2 Quadroids and 2 places to go. I've screwed it up already. I can't, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this, man. Did you see how slow I couldn't figure it out, man. No, 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 no. And this is, they're just introducing the mere concept right now. Okay, lock in, lock in. Here we go. We got E, F, then I, J. It's gonna be an early E. It's a rhythm game. Then it's gonna be an F. Then I and J at the same time. I mean, that's pretty good. I think you're right. I think this is great blindness potential. If we succeed on the blindness, by the way, I need it to be clipped so that it can be sent to the sponsor, because they'll want to verify it because they won't believe that it's true. So let's practice eyes open, and let's sing a little song in our head. Okay. It's gonna be he and who, and 3, 2, 1. A he and a who, and 3, 2, 1. That's gonna do it. All right. Okay. I'm going eyes closed. Here we go. Vetted eyes closed. A he and a who, and 3, 2, 1, go. Let's try that again. He, who, he, go. He, who, 1, 2, 3, 4. I knew it. Clip it. That is, I also did it in less orders somehow. That moved me up to 14th on the leaderboard. Holy. You can do this. Oh, no, 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 no. No, no, no. Restart, please. I'm so embarrassed, man. Because the problem is, let me pause for a second. When the blue guy falls, do I have a mouse pointer? I don't. When the blue guy falls between the top and the bottom panel, you have to change the button that you hit to get him to wall jump, which is I'm losing my mind. Oh, good tech, good tech. Okay, that was almost good, except I was, again, just focusing on one aspect of the screen. I must be insane. I actually think that this might be the game where you go here. And I've never before have I ever thought that this was the way to go. Look at this Brady Bunch style framing, bro. It feels right. We can follow his eyes now. It's true, my camera is mirrored, so it probably looks backwards, but... Okay, F and J have to happen at their residence. That was huge, bro. That was huge. Mirror it, please. No, I don't look right. Do it just for 1 second. I refuse. Because then my camera region's going to be all screwed up. As soon as I hit the mirror button, it's probably just going to... Like, all you'll see is the Peloton. This stream feels like I'm watching Modok's Evil Schemes. I haven't seen Quantumania. Why does everyone think that Modok looks cooked? Like, I feel like if I was Corey Stoll, I would be like, bro, people are making fun of my visage online. Because he does? He looked funny? That's just what he looks like, bro. That's his face. He looks kind of deep fried. They digitally squished his face. There was a global pandemic going on. What were they supposed to do? Manually squish his face in real life? I don't think so. Nice Canuck French fry tweet. Thank you. Honestly, I'm not getting... Well, I guess I'm thrilled to get into the Vancouver Canuck fan pays $10 for 15 French fries, or $15 for 10 French fries tweet. Here's what I will say. The concessions at Rogers Arena are ungodly. The place that she got the fries from, and I'm not defending the specific portion that she got, is usually one of the best values in the joint. You can get 3 chicken strips and French fries from the Triple O's in the arena. Is probably like $15.99. Expensive by normie prices, but not that crazy by, you know, Vancouver concession prices. The amount of fries that she actually got in her portion for $10 is unreasonable. The principal thing that would blow your mind is that literally, and this might not even be the most expensive in the NHL. I'm sure like Seattle and Toronto are gonna, maybe New York as well, are gonna be up there. A 22-ounce beer is like, I mean, I haven't gone to a game since last season, but last season, it was basically like $1 an ounce. It was like a $23 beer, which is insanity. Like, that is more egregious to me, and that's the regular price, than the $10 for 15 French fries, which was just like the service worker said, just send that out there. I got stuff to do. That's one of the reasons I stopped going to the Canucks games, is I was just like, listen, you could just go and not buy beer, but you could also, at some point, you're like, do they even want me here? Like, you could, even if your team is good, there's still like a 48% chance you're gonna lose the game you go to. And then there's like, I don't know, at least a third of games you go to, even if you win, it's just kind of like, you know, you win like 2-0 or 2-1 or something like that. And the only goals that get scored are like, you know, chippy stuff in front of the net where they probably should have blown the whistle, or like, you know, there's no dirty dangles or penalty shots or anything. And you're like, so we're paying like more than $100 a ticket. If you go, you know, with like a friend or with your wife, you get 2 beers. You're already, that's another $44 plus tip. Oh, that, and you get the privilege of waiting in line like 18 minutes to pay $23 for your beer. If you ever have to go to the bathroom, going to the bathroom itself takes literally the entire length of time of the intermission. I'm like, man, I think I'd rather just watch at home, honestly. At least 81 games a year, I think I'd rather just watch at home. Then when the, like, the beauty of watching at home is if your team goes down 4-0, you're not like, oh my God, I wasted $300. You're like, oh, I'm just going to watch like the Great British Bake Off and go to bed or something like that. There's a lot of games I've gone to where I'm like, I was looking forward to this all week. Let's go. Minnesota Wild at Vancouver Canucks. End of the first period, we're down 3-0, and like our best player is Michael Del Zotto, and I'm like, I should just leave. But if I leave, it's like I admit that the whole investment was cooked to begin with, so I'm gonna stay. And I'm like, oh, we lost 6-1. It's okay. The rookies had a couple of good shifts. Like you get home at like 11 p.m., see a couple of idiots fight in the stands. You're like, I'm not sure that the value proposition is there for me anymore, man. Okay, let's do this bonus level, and then I think we can at least integrate one aspect of the Twitch stuff right away. You should be able to volunteer to have your name appear on a Quadroid. The other way is Twitch Plays, which we will do as well. So you will type like !top_left, and then it'll make the top left one jump, but I haven't turned that on yet because I'm sure it's going to be chaos. Maybe it's not even underscore, it might just be top left with no space, but send me. We're gonna beat this bonus level first. We're spawning on E and F and I and J. I just, you know what? Let's just let it ride for a second. But they're all single puzzles, okay? Like, letting E die makes sense to me. Letting I and J die don't make sense to me. Oh, here we go. Okay, so you guys are good. Now E, go ahead. And F is chilling. Look at the improvement in one round, bro. We have to, in order to get the time bonus, we have to win in 5 seconds. I literally don't believe that I possess that bandwidth inside of my brain. I don't know. I don't. F is easy. F can stall the longest. So you got to focus E, I, J first. Because like E and J almost get hit at the same time. So I feel like I'm playing the piano. So it's like E, J, I. It's like E, J, E, I. EJ, EF, E. I genuinely think that's it. EJ, EI, EJ, EFE. None of them made it, huh? Okay, glance technology. Why did I die? Jump too early. What happened to I, bro? We actually have it. We got 3 of them at the end. The only one we screwed up was I. No! I hit I one too many times. Oh, that was it too. This time I lost E. Dude. This time I lost F. I'm locking in. I've locked in. One too many jumps on Jay. That's it. One too many jumps on Jay. 8th place. Hang on. Can we see a scroll on the leaderboard, mayhaps? Because I feel like everybody's on the same time that I am. That is a tough level, man. It was a tough level to do it. That's fine. I'll settle for 9 orders. I'm turning off the Twitch plays mode for now. We'll turn it on later, I promise. But you should be able to type !volunteer now. And you may see Quadroids named after yourself. Don't expect them to live too long. Let's see. Oh, I see Phoebiotics and Fleckv. Flexi, there you go. Okay, best of luck to you. I'm wishing you the best of luck here. We're going to IJ mode. Okay, who's up next? Who's up next? Get out of there, man. Get out of there. Whoops. Oh, I saved your life. Oh, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. Okay, we got Son of Stone up there. Oh, and you're dead too. Okay, all right. Now they're out of sync too. Now they're out of sync. Yo, VIP Daniel. Welcome to the show. There we go. There we go. Oh, okay. You're going back then. Don't let me stop you. Oh, you're going again. All right. No problem. No problem. One more time. Look, someone has made it to the exit. One last jump. Nothing could go wrong. Look at that. 18% of you are in good hands. Cody! Okay, well, obviously we retry. We need the medals, bro. Keep them in sync. Easiest level of all time. Sorry, Coney. Some of us are moving on up. Okay, I think you're gonna die for sure. So I don't think there's any way around that one, guys. Oh no. Now you're on the wrong side of history, pal. Oh, no. You really gotta hit it from the back? Oh God, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, you're lucky. It's makeable. Okay, you gotta get the quarks so you can get the bonus levels. And now you have to, what did we have to do it in like 45 seconds or something? Hey Luke, sorry to do it to you. Okay, focus. The F is the hard part here. You're chilling. Oh, you're not chilling. Oh, no, you're not chilling. Go back the other way. Oh! I'm so ready to press I, and then I realize as soon as they get there, I'm like, it's E, it's E. Oh. Okay, that was a huge waste of time. Got to do it in 45 seconds, 40 orders. We were under 40 orders. That's good. There you go. Hit number 3. Beautiful. Look at this. Oh, wasting my time. Plenty of time. Get ready. We got some E coming your way. "45 seconds, give me, guaranteed." It's a mind bender. B1X1. What the heck am I looking at here? Where are we going, man? Oh, no, no. This is a damn mess. That's pretty good. Now, all of you are gonna die, but one of you is gonna be the fucking chosen one, bro. And they're gonna get to ascend on the skulls of the fallen, and they're gonna get to hoist that flag. J? No, you can't make it on a J, bro. Okay, no, but you can send some lads down. You can send some heroes to Valhalla up in the E quadrant. There you go. Ted Kaczynski's Happy Meal. Congratulations. You've made it farther than anybody in human history. Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, look, we got 2 of them in the corridor. It's no way out. I believed. I actually believed that the power of friendship could get them there. Origin. I will keep you alive as long as I can. Everybody else, I can't be held responsible for what happens on the screen, okay? Here we go. We got some fresh meat. Okay, we got it. We managed to get another one up there. Origin, you have ascended the heights hitherto untold. Don't be mad at me. The chosen one may be on this earth right now. Nope, it's not going to be you, Chronos. Sorry to say. Oh, I don't know. There's still some fragile spaces up there. Oh! Our first champion has been chosen. Catastrophrial. I think we just got an achievement for killing 500 quadroids on a single level. Am I crazy to think that that seems like a little low? I mean, I was just letting them die for like quite some time. I don't think I'm gonna do score or time attack on this level. It's just a little much for me. This is just too much violence. Okay. We've done it. Holy, what a level, man. Listen, we could do it in under... Oh my god, we got the medal? You could definitely do it in under 4 minutes. I think it's a great idea. Let me go back. Let me try to turn on Twitch plays on this level. And then I can sit back and watch you try to do it. I'd like to see you take a crack at it if you're so smart. Are you ready for this? Your message is identical to one that you sent in the last 30 seconds. Well, yes. I'm not turning off slow mode, though, or R9K or whatever it is. That will not be happening. Oh my god, I saw some jumps coming in. If you beat my time, and it could happen, but if you beat my time, I would be a little upset. On the other hand, I also did not lose any quadroids to the spikes on the ceiling, I think. That can't be true. I must have lost it. I must have filled up the spikes at the front, at least. No, you did. I believe that. You know what this is? This is like society. The real hardworking blue collars are down here typing bottom left and bottom right. They're giving up their body to the goo. They're doing everything they can just to elevate a couple of them up to the top left. And then the scholar class in the top left is like, all right, guys, come on. We're going to work together. We got to fill this spike, and this spike. They're like, what's going on? Why we got so few guys? They don't understand. The blue collar guys on F and J right now, they're giving up everything. They're like, you gotta kill some robots so we can spawn some more robots down here. It's actually very vindicating as a streamer to struggle with a level and then give chat the opportunity to take a chance, but it's in the most cooked format possible. Yeah, it's really easy, isn't it? Yeah, well, it's not so easy when 7,000 people are overwriting every single one of your instructions as you write them, is it? If you were gonna beat a level with Twitch plays enabled, which I think may also be a challenge for us in the gifted subs challenge, this is the level. Because all you gotta do is get the spikes filled up. I'm not just gonna give you the one where you walk left to right. I wanna see a little bit of teamwork. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. If we can get like 70% of people pulling in the right direction, that's pretty much how society goes. I'm surprised there's no like train conductors in chat. We need a dedicated bottom right oligopoly and a dedicated bottom left cartel. Everybody wants to be making the decisions up here at the top left, but we need people down there in the mines, man. The head is soaring. You may actually beat my time. You're at 4 minutes and 15 seconds. I think I was like just over 6 minutes. But remember, once you get to the top, you got to figure out how to time those wall jumps. Otherwise, your lads are falling right back down to the bottom. I'm going to blow my nose, bro. My job's doing itself right now. You know what? You know what it reminds me of? Is when Dan's running like reruns. Sorry, when Dan's running reruns on vacation, I go to his stream and I just see like a 8-foot-tall Wolverine with a chatter's name like walking, skulking on the bottom of the screen. And then there's like a 3-foot-tall Gandalf, and then like a huge Kirby and stuff like that, and Cammy from Street Fighter, and then they just like walk over to each other and go like, gah, gah, gah. Everyone in chat is like, get her! Get her! Well, you're making some progress. You're not gonna beat 6 minutes, but you're making some progress. Why do you keep spamming top right? Oh man, this is good stuff. I mean, you're basically playing like a... Sorry, you're playing a precision platformer with like 2 seconds of Twitch lag while people shout over top of you. Stop with the messages. I'm sorry, I have to turn it off. I'm gonna have to leave the group chat. After 17 years, they're gonna make me leave the group chat with these nefarious bleeps and bloops. You can do anything. Look, you got all the quadroids are in the top left right now. You just gotta You just gotta work together. Come on. There you go. One of them's making it up there. Oh, you got 2 in there, dude. You can't. Yeah, it was huge. That was a big one. If you can get 2 in there at the same time, like that's a force multiplier. Dude, when you're a worker at the bottom left or bottom right factory and the people in the top left factory can't figure out what they're doing, so you get to like get paid for not doing anything, but then all of a sudden they clear the blockage and you get a flood of work at the bottom left and the bottom right factory. Classic. Come on, guys, we're so close. You ready? I mean, bottom left factory did their job. What the heck's going on in top left? You got these quadroids just floating around doing nothing. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a beautiful moment. When 2 of the he crossed the line. It's a beautiful moment. McGrunky, congratulations, the first quadroid to pass into the top right. All right, now we just need to do that probably 8 more times. And then nail a series of fairly difficult wall jumps. And then do it again on the other side. You're at 1250 right now. I think let's do a channel point bet, okay? Will they finish in under 20 minutes? Will chat beat this level by 21 minutes? Yes? No. Submission period 1 minute. It is 14:41 as it stands right now, which means you have approximately 5 minutes and 10 seconds. This is a special occasion. I know, I was looking at top right. I just, honestly, I'm hoping I get to see my name up in lights as one of the sacrifices. Twice as much money has been placed on no as on yes. I like those odds. I would have bet, I don't know, I would have bet yes. But I'm an optimist. The only problem is, what if the no betters start to, like, deliberately type exclamation point top underscore right as a joke to try to, like, you know, throw the whole thing off. We gotta work bottom, guys. Oh, man. No. I mean, bottom, sure, yeah. It'd be nice to get some more individuals there, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, we got to work top left. We got to get some more individuals up in the chimney. We got to fill up the... Oh, huge! That was a huge one. I thought you had something there. I mean, getting like one... Oh, that's enormous. Look at this. Yeah! 2 heroes have made it to the chimney. There's actually a non-zero chance we could get 1 individual to the exit now. It's over. It's not over. They're like 90% of the way there. The only thing is, it's like loading an application. It's like you don't know if 90% done means you're 90% of the way through on time or 90% of the way through on like tasks. Sometimes it's like, oh my God, I waited all day and it's at 91%. And then you go like get a glass of water and then when you come back, it's done. Sometimes you're like, oh, let's not get a drink. It's already 91% done. And then it takes like 3 hours to finish that last 9%. Oh my God, look, top right is getting some juice, bro. Okay. We've strengthened the path. 1 in the chimney is better than none in the chimney. Oh! Yo! There's one. There's one. Oh, I don't believe it. You are in the final minute. You just need to get 1 more quadroid to the top right. The bottom left and bottom right factory workers are watching from the pub. Guinness in hand. Come on. We gave you what you need. Don't bottle it now. The top lefters are sweating. The top righters. Pager fully charged, ready to go, on call. Oh, 15 seconds. I gotta say, oh, look at the turbo speed from the two lads. One of them hit a spike. It's 21 minutes. It was so close. Just couldn't quite get the job done. No! I mean, we got to see it through to its conclusion now. Oh, no! Hold. There, we're holding. Oh, the pain of falling down the whole chimney. Oh, dude. Here they go. Yeah. Oh, almost. Imagine it's you that makes it to the top, though. Thank you, mods. Thank you. Talk about a liquidity event, bro. First time anyone's been able to do anything with their channel points in 2 years. Here we go. Oh, anytime I see a name crest over the top right, it's free dopamine. Oh! Oh no, you overshot! You overshot it, you animals! 23 minutes and 1 second. Pretty close. Unfortunately, you did issue 6,000 orders, which is a little too much. That's more than they were asking for. Good job, though. Well done. Well done. Easy clap. Gamba back forever now? Nope. Just when it's based. Well, mostly I don't like when you guys gamble on me doing stuff. Because if I don't do it and you bet on me to do it, you get mad at me. But I don't mind if you bet on each other doing stuff. If you get mad at each other, you know, what is it, your first day on the internet? Dan is running Gamba for every jump in this. Yes, I know. His mods are working overtime, dude, doing the prop bet of like, will Dan make that jump the next time he gets to it? And then like the betting time lasts like 8 seconds, and then, but they're good with the payouts, man. All right, we are back. A difficult game about climbing, making progress. You know, I just checked my friends list. Chiblee has 12 hours in this. Dan has 115 hours in this. Now, at least 80% of that has to be because I'm pretty sure when he leaves his stream, he leaves whatever he was playing at the end of his stream on, which is crazy. It's the only thing that makes sense. At least on weekends. Oftentimes I will like talk to Dan on Discord on the weekend, and his status says that he is playing whatever the last played game he streamed on Friday was. He does. That's how his Balatro save got wiped. Oh, man. He's always on some emulator, too. Actually, if he doesn't have a PC game open, it does say that he's playing, like, RP CS3 literally 100% of the time. Which is scary to me, because I think that he used that to play Demon Souls before Demon Souls came out for the PS5. Oh, for NCAA. Okay, so he hasn't had his computer on for 4 years. Don't worry, his PC turns off once a week on stream. Oh, man. This, if you're not watching, you should watch, man. It's some good stuff. Oh, man. You see all the people making tweets about the theater audiences during end of Evangelion being the least well-behaved movie audience has ever existed in human history? Yes, I have. Anime fans, what are you doing? You got a chance for some redemption? Maybe, if is that the word? They're giving us a bad name? I believe that. One thing I can't stand, and this showed up in the Twitter thread, was someone who talks at the end of the movie. Someone said they went to see Evangelion, or the end of Evangelion, and at the end of the movie, someone said, well, that just happened. No, thank you. That's the worst. They should be sent to prison. Not for talking, but for thinking that what they said needed to be heard. I didn't see that one, but I did see a clip of a movie theater cheering at the masturbation scene. Okay, all I'm saying is it better not be any of the same motherfuckers who, when I was like, I think it's kind of funny that the high school boys are getting dressed up in tuxedos to go see Minions. People were like, NL, I don't know if you've ever heard of doing this job called service work, but I've also heard stories of those boys in tuxedos throwing popcorn at the screen, and somebody has to clean that up at the end of the day. As long as it's none of the same I'm being told it's all the same fuckers. Anybody here work in a movie theater? Who's a worse audience? Dude, we gotta have like a podcast with someone who works in a movie theater. I want to know who the absolute consistently worst audience is to validate my preconceived notions about society. Kids? Yeah, but kids don't like typically go see movies by themselves. Teens, I could totally see being overrepresented demographic for uncleanliness, loudness, and other debauchery, for sure. The guy J-O-ing and falling asleep. I saw that. I love that post. I will say, you go to see movies long enough, you'll definitely have like a pervert experience. Kate and I saw, and I'm sure someone's probably nutted in almost every movie theater I've ever been in, but we saw Jojo Rabbit in the theater, so it must have been like 5 years ago. And like at the end of the movie, like the whole movie, like 2 rows behind us, there was just like a middle-aged man dressed like way, way, way too warm for the weather, and we would hear him be like, you know, just like every 15 minutes or something, you'd hear something crazy. And then like when the end credits started to roll, I did hear a zipper. And then, I don't know, things were just not smelling good. And I was like, I don't think, you know, Dwight Eisenhower showing up in the post-credits scene. I think we should just get out of here. That was at the, No. That was at the International Village Theater in Chinatown in Vancouver. So you're getting some interesting sort of mixes of clientele in there to begin with. But like I know this flies in the face of what I literally just said, but at the same time I'm like, people fucking hate movie theaters, man. And I'm like, I've had a few like cooked experiences at the multiplex. I've seen like probably 200 movies in the I don't even know, it might even be like 500 movies in the theater. You do anything 500 times, you're gonna have like a couple of stories about it. I love going to the movies when I get a chance. Like if the convenience of it wasn't an object for me, how often would I go to the multiplex? Honestly, versus other possible entertainment options, I would go once a week. Now, would I see one new movie a week? Probably not. But I would see like 2 new movies a month, and then maybe there would be like a cool art house movie playing, and then maybe I could go see like a classic movie. I love the anime fans policing other anime fans. Of course, the bad actor at the end of Evangelion was wearing a Darling in the Franxx hoodie. Yeah, that makes sense. You know society sees you as his brother, right? Whether you're into Darling in the Franxx, Gurren Lagann, Death Note, My Hero Academia. It's all Pokemon to the normal person, okay? Don't lump Death Note in there. You're so far away still from understanding this simple truth. Why is the color green evil? You need to call a gas fitter to your home right now. There are harmful solvents leaking into the breathable air. You ever see... I need your help on this one, librarian. This is even less specific than usual. You ever see the threads on like the home security subreddit where people are slowly discovering that they actually have like paranoid delusions and not home security questions? Like people will make posts. Yeah, my landlord keeps leaving me notes. Someone keeps stealing my packages and then erasing my CCTV footage. It's not funny, I guess, but everybody in the comments is like, you need to go see like a psychiatrist immediately. And they're like, well, how are they going to solve my problem? And you're like, brother! You ever checked out the gangstalking subreddit? No, I don't know that much about gangstalking to begin with. But like, if you were concerned that you were a victim of gang stalking, wouldn't you not want to go to r/gangstalking? Because wouldn't, like, they find you there? You're using too much logic. Okay, never mind. My mistake. What is gang stalking? This jump used to be so easy. Gang stalking is when you think that you're being I mean, it's like you're being stalked, but it's not by like someone who has a vendetta against you. It's like an organization that is like sending out different individuals to surveil you. A coordinated group. It's usually thinking the FBI is following you. You ever have that situation where you're like driving your car and then like a car ends up behind you and then you take a turn and they take a turn and then you take a turn and they take a turn and you're like, okay, I'm still on like a pretty major road. But like if they follow me on this one, then we got problems. And then you take a turn and they don't take a turn and you're like, yeah, I lost them. Even though that motherfucker was just driving home. Your ass is like, I'm the greatest driver of all time. Ooh, I shook him. By driving exactly to my destination while they drove to their own destination, I managed to lose them. I don't know what the fuck I would do if they lived like 3 doors down from me. I don't know if either of us are making it. I guess I would just drive home and try to close the garage door real quick. Past your house and loop back? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. But I don't know what I'm like. What am I gonna do if they just follow me again? Pass my house again and loop back. We're gonna go band for band on the Esso. Drive him to the gas station. At some point, you got to get out of your car and be like, "Hey, kill me, kill me, kill me." Did you see the tweet about kids being their mom's rival from a past life? No, I didn't see that one. Kids being their mom's rival from a past life. Speak on that. I did see some of the videos about the mom who says she doesn't play with her kids.
I can already hear the hate comments on this video, but I'm going to give you this precious parenting information anyways. The reason that I have children who are 4 and 6 that let me sleep in on a Saturday, because they'll just go play. The reason I can go and read a book while they play, that they're able to play independently, is because I just said no to them every single time they asked me to play with them for years. And eventually they stopped asking and just went off and played. Oh my God, what a horrible parent. You don't play with your kids. Simmer down. Hear what I'm saying, not what I'm not. I'm not saying don't spend time with your kids. I'm not saying don't be playful with your kids. I'm not saying don't connect with them, okay? I'm saying that I established a culture in my house that adults do not play with toys. Adults do not pretend play. I bake with my kids. I do art with my kids. I go on walks with my kids. We go to the museum with my kids. We just got done making a scale model of the solar system together because they said they were interested in planets. Then my husband set up a science experiment for them in the shower, and they're now doing that by themselves. We just order some Indian food. When they get out of the shower, I'm going to probably get in bed and read a book and eat some Indian food with their dad, and they will be expected to just play like kids. But nobody tells you that the way that you get there is by saying no a lot. And they're sad about it and they're mad about it. Please let me play with me. And you feel like you're the worst parent in the world for saying no to them and hurting their feelings. But I can tell you, fast forward a couple of years, they are happy and creative, and they have parents that are loving and responsive, and they are secure enough to just go play and be kids.
Honestly, like I've said before, like, you know, probably 95% plus of parents out there are genuinely like doing their best. But I do almost think that like as soon as you become a parent who posts videos about parenting on TikTok, you should get a visit from Child Protective Services. That doesn't mean your kids should be taken away. Maybe there's some PhDs out there that are like, here's lessons I can teach you from my experience. But they at least need to visit and make sure that everything's okay. Because most parents out there, like I feel like if I was talking to some of my daycare dads, I was like, hey, do you ever get the impetus to like make a video about like your parenting style? I think I would be laughed out of the group chat, honestly. They would be like, what the fuck are you talking about? What am I going to make a video about? They ask for an apple. I say, here's an apple. Like, what? It's only if the person goes, yes, that sounds great. Why I never give my kid an apple when they ask for it. And then they spin out like an 8-part series on that. That's where you have to justify yourself to Child Protective Services a little bit. Some people are not compatible with their kids because they were rivals in a past life. That's the body of the video. That's crazy, bro. Not compatible with your kid. What are you talking about? Imagine having a kid and not rocking with it. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's times you're like, you know, I'm like, girl, your vibes are off. Like, why are you so stressed out? You broke a piece of chalk. We got a whole box of chalk that's exactly the same color. Oh, you like that one? You like that mass-produced chalk from the Crayola factory? Well, here's another one right next to it. Like, just chill out. Kid might have bad vibes. I don't know. I mean, the vibes happen at some point, don't get me wrong. I don't think I've met a 3-year-old with bad vibes yet. Every 3-year-old I've met has started initially being shy, and then the parent goes like, hey, show him what you got. And then the kid reaches like into their jacket pocket and pulls out like a fucking rock or an acorn or something like that. And you go, whoa! Is that a motherfucking acorn? Holy! And then they go, yeah. And you go, wow, where'd you get that? The ground. The ground? What ground? The ground outside. I never would have thought of that. Can the child understand sarcasm? It's not sarcasm. Sarcasm would be like, what's that? Something useless? Oh, never mind. It's a rock. That's like, you gotta be a fucking sociopath to talk like that to a 3-year-old. Rocks are cool, bro. She was formed by like mineral accretion over 1 billion years. Oh, fucking the mysteries of nature. Your kid voice was on point. All 3-year-olds basically sound the same. It's an easy impression. What's crazy is that, like, even though they all sound the same, it's so easy to understand my own child speaking, and it takes so much effort to understand other children speaking. But their parents seem to understand it, like, as well as I understand my child. Which doesn't make sense, because I'm like, bro, your kid is, like, babbling. And you're like, you had too many pieces of cauliflower for dinner? You wish that some of the pieces were broccoli instead? I'm like, how'd you get that? You're like, that's what he said. I'm like, to me, I just got like, then my kid goes, and you're like, oh, actually, you don't like broccoli or cauliflower. Your favorite vegetables are cucumber and red pepper. And you have a rock dipped in. It is like talking to R2-D2 a little bit. Yeah, you never want to hear your kid go, wow! Don't do it. Oh, man. I hate to be this guy about Star Wars. I just wish that Star Wars fans would be consistent, okay? All the Poindexters. Well, if in the 8th episode directed by the heretic Rian Johnson, crashing a Star Destroyer into another Star Destroyer is something that's allowed within the conventions of modern intergalactic warfare, then why are they even bothering building weapons? Shouldn't they just build starships and then put them at warp speed into other objects on a collision course? Okay, but do R2-D2 next, motherfucker. In the 3rd prequel, that bitch has a flamethrower. And then in A New Hope, he can barely fucking make it across sand. He's tripping over his own shit just trying to get over a sand dune, bro. In the 3rd movie, he's flying! He can fly! Also, can I say, you know when Star Wars really, for me, where it jumped the shark, which is crazy because it was like almost at the end of the 2nd horrible movie they released in a row. As a kid, I loved it. I love the idea of this because as a kid, you're not very smart. No disrespect to all the kids out there. You'll get there one day. They never should have had Yoda fight, bro. Does absolutely every single Jedi need to be good with a lightsaber? That shit like undermines part of what's interesting about the Force, which is that you can be like a powerful wizard in many different disciplines. You don't simply have to be like a samurai. But instead they got this motherfucker, this puppet doing like CGI flips and shit like that, even though he's literally like at 680 years old, that motherfucker was on American Ninja Warrior. And then at age 700, the dude has like gray hairs coming out of the scrotum on his forehead. He could like barely walk and he's eating gruel and shit and living in a fucking tree stump in the swamp. Like, what happened? It was like 20 years ago, the dude was in the prime of his life, basically. He could fall like 300 feet through the air and stuff like that. Like, what happened? I'm starting to think that maybe like the vapors of Dagobah is not what you should be breathing in, man. It's like that for humans too. No, the fuck it isn't, bro. You know, the average human lives to be like 80 years old. Nobody's in the peak physical condition at like age 65, and then at age 75, they're like, I'm cooked. Yoda literally lived for 690 years or something like that. Those years between 690 and 700, they really catch up to you. When you're in the 90s, single years do a lot. Oh, really? Do you see any 93-year-old motherfuckers flipping around 400 feet in the air, and then at 94, they can't walk? Like, I'm not saying Star Wars has to be realistic. I'm just saying that's why they shouldn't have given him the lightsaber and the fucking parkour and shit to begin with. They should have just had him be like an elder statesman, kind of like his power of the Force is like observation and surveillance and governance and facilitation, you know? That way you can express that the Force manifests his power in different ways. Some people are like really good at using a sword, and some people are really good at like fucking being a middle manager on the Jedi Council or something. It makes the multifaceted nature of power in the universe more interesting. Instead, they're like, no, Yoda's midichlorian count is actually the highest of any members on the Jedi Council, which means for the movies to be consistent, he has to actually also be the best with the sword. Fucking stupid. Will you be watching Acolyte then? I will not be watching... They might have lost me forever. I know Andor is good, but you gotta get 2 in a row before I come back. I didn't watch Obi-Wan. I didn't watch... Ahsoka. I didn't watch Mandalorian Season 3. I didn't watch Solo. I just feel like they kind of... I don't know. I mean, it's funny to keep talking about Star Wars, I guess, but I really... The whole Last Jedi into Rise of Skywalker thing kind of real... For me, it was like, why would I invest time into this media franchise? They don't have anybody at the helm. They don't have anybody at the rudder. It's just people like this character. Let's make a Disney Plus show about this character. And it seems like and don't get me wrong, Marvel is definitely like guilty of this. Oh! I feel like the dog jumping in the swimming pool. But like, at least in the Marvel heyday, I got the idea that they were like, we're going to make a decent movie first. And then all the, you won't believe who shows up, famous actor in a cameo, all that stuff was like gravy on top of it. Maybe it's not the case anymore, but at least like when it was on the ascendancy. The vibe, whether or not it's actually real, that I get from the Star Wars stuff, basically from the third sequel through to now, is that is everything is 100% fan service. Like the brand is exclusively committed to never making the fans upset at all, which is just like, whether or not it's true, is an exceptionally boring central tenet to use as the like driving force for your creative vehicle. It's fine, but like I don't fucking care. It's the old Patton Oswalt bit, right? I don't fucking care like who Asuka got her kyber crystal for that made her lightsaber like burgundy or whatever. Just make it good, bro. I don't think there's anything wrong with like liking it or watching it if you're just like, I like when the swords touch. Or just like, I'm out. Hey, can I say something, by the way? Kate and I both agreed on this. When my appetite came back, I picked up my daughter from her class on Sunday, and I got everybody McDonald's, okay? Dad of the year? Yeah, maybe dad of the fucking century. I went back on the McDouble, and I said, no, I'm going to go Chicken McNuggets. Now, they had a special promotional sauce. I don't know if it's a Canadian thing. It's called WcDonald's, WcDonald's, something chili sauce. Don't Mama Liz me, okay? This is important. It's also in America right now. Okay. Yes, the anime sauce. I got a sweet and sour and a WcDonald's chili sauce for myself. I got a sweet and sour and a WcDonald's chili sauce for my wife. Reconvened an hour later because I got it from the store and then drove it home. Both agreed that sauce is not a winner. That one is not sticking around. It's kind of like a very, it's a little spicy in a good way, but it's like a molassesy sort of like hoisin chili sauce that I didn't really vibe with. I found myself going back to the sweet and the sour. Just for me personally, it didn't hit the note. But I honestly Why aren't they releasing like a promotional McNugget sauce like 6 times a year? Isn't it just like corn syrup and flavored salt? Like, they should always have like a special one on the menu, man. Because they're out of ideas. Well, like, listen, are they out of ideas? I'm not saying you gotta hand it to them, but like, don't 99% of the people that go to the store for familiarity, not novelty? I guess they're not really rewarded for sending out like new ideas. Anytime I see an ad for, it's like, we've introduced a Kickin' Chicken Ranch Feaster. I'm like, wow, that looks great. Would you like one? I think I'll take 10 chicken McNuggets, personally. And so, until someone makes a Lizier oil. Oh, man. Because investors want the line to go up? Yeah, but you don't innovate by making new products anymore. McDonald's is already mature. Instead, you just, pay your chicken producers like 1% less a year. And you're like, holy cow, look at that. Our EBITDA went up 1%. If the chicken producers let them do it, why not? That's the spirit, DL Guiga. Does your boss know you watch this stream? Do you have permission to speak freely? Absolutely not. That would be crazy. I don't think you could get fired for watching this. Like, I think that's like an ACLU thing. But you telling your boss that you watch this might definitely factor into like their assessment of your character, which could limit your career growth at that organization. Or maybe they'd be like, that's awesome. We watch him too. But like, let's be serious. Okay, I know it's 2:02, Kate. I don't know if you're still here. I have to get past the girder, because if this is the first thing that I've got to do next time I play this game, like, it's never getting finished. Come on, I want to watch Persona. Yo, how good is the music in Persona? It's insanely good. I literally can't talk about anything else. I wanted to talk about how, like, what's the genre of music in Persona? Where it's like the RJD2 beats in the background, and then like a man with a voice like a muted saxophone pops out and like reads his grocery list to you, and like instead of it being pure ass, you're like, this is the greatest music that's ever been written. It's jazz? Yeah, but it's like rap jazz though. Cause in jazz, if it has a singer, usually, it's got Kim Cattrall in the background going like, a boop, skitty bip 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 bip, skibidi boo. But then like the Persona rap is always like I don't know how to describe it. It's like if the Poke rap was good. Like the dude is just like at the hardest beat you've ever heard, and then a guy comes in and he's like, bass, I'm frying bananas, I'm flying a kite, I'm seeing ananas. And you're like, this is the song you play while you're going to the bathroom in Persona. Treble, I'm a downright rebel. You wouldn't believe what I do in Bevel. Like it's, I don't know what it is, but I want more of it. It's like Public Enemy playing like a kid's birthday party, but the vibe sort of works. An insane obstacle. Bro, this is how my grandpa used to get to work. Show some respect, okay? He did work at the bottom left factory. Thank you for asking. It was up beam both ways. Okay. Go. Oh! Well, you know what? Timing. At least we're not stuck at the girder. I'm so excited for my voice to be back to normal again so I can do like funny voices. I was going off, bro. I was going off. I finally answered who I voted for in the 2016 presidential election. Wasn't that the 900,000 subscriber goal back on YouTube? Listen, buddy, read between the lines. You ever tell us who you voted for in 2015? Probably like 100 times. I voted for Justin Trudeau. I wanted Stephen Harper out, and Justin Trudeau told me he was going to get rid of first past the post voting. And then like a month into office, he was like, actually, I asked 10 of my friends, and they said first past the post voting is based, and we should keep it forever. And I said, what the fuck, bro? You promised me. And then I said, never again. And I've held to that for 9 years, man. You had one, well, I mean, he's got a multifaceted job, but he had one job to do to not like ruin it for me. All right, I'm going to send you over to my wife's stream. Enjoy your day, and I will see you tomorrow. Later.
Hear me out here, guys. It's been stuck in my head. Alanis Morissette voice, okay? What it all comes down to is that everything's gonna be fine, fine, fine. 'Cause I got one hand on my penis and the other one is squeezing my ball sack. I'm soft, but I'm gooning. I'm hard, but I cannot come. I'm home and I'm gooning. I'm a shower, but it's frigid, baby. 'Cause what it all comes down to is that everything's gonna be fine, fine, fine. 'Cause I got one hand on my ball sack and the other one's tickling my asshole. There we go, there we go.